decades, students were told one thing: get a degree, get a job, and build a stable life. But today, let me ask you something honestly. If AI can write reports, create presentations, design posters, analyze data, draft legal documents, and even write code, then what happens to the fresh graduates who were hired to do exactly these tasks? Now, before you think this video is saying college is useless, no, that is not the point. College still matters, a degree still matters. But in 2026, the degree alone is not enough. The real question is your degree backed by the right skills? And while watching this video, do one thing. Check if your degree is on this list, and if it is, don't panic, because I'll also tell you what you can do to stay ahead. Today, we are talking about something every student, fresher, or working professional needs to understand. AI is not killing education, but it is changing what education must prepare you for. Earlier, a degree could help you enter the room. Today, companies also want you to know what tools you can use, what problems you can solve, and how quickly you can adapt. So let us look at 10 degrees that AI is putting pressure on. And more importantly, what skills you should build so your degree becomes stronger, not weaker. First up, we have business administration. For years, this was seen as one of the safest degrees. It was broad, flexible, and useful across the industries. You could move into management, sales, operations, HR, marketing, or consulting. But now, think about the kind of work many fresh business graduates usually start with: making reports, creating presentations, writing summaries, preparing meeting notes, analyzing basic numbers. AI can now support a lot of this work in seconds. So if your only strength is making basic slides or writing general reports, that is no longer enough. But businesses itself is not going anywhere. What AI still cannot replace is leadership, decision-making, people management, negotiation, and handling real-world problems when things get messy. So if you're studying business, don't depend only on the degree. Build skills in data analysis, AI tools, project management, communication, and business strategy. Because the future business graduate is not just someone who knows theory, it is someone who can solve real business problems. Next up is marketing. Now, marketing sounds creative, right? But let's be honest, a lot of beginner level marketing work has become repetitive. Writing a caption, drafting email, creating ad copy, planning a social media post, generating campaign ideas. AI can now do all of this very quickly. So does that mean marketing is dead? Not at all. It means basic marketing execution is getting easier to automate. The real value is moving towards strategy. Can you understand why people buy? Can you build a brand people trust? Can you spot trends before others do? Can you create a campaign that actually connects with human emotion? That is where marketers will win. So if you're learning marketing, don't just learn how to post content, learn consumer behavior, brand strategy, performance marketing, analytics, storytelling, and how to use AI as a creative assistant. The future marketer is not just a content creator. The future marketer is a strategic thinker. Now, coming at number 3 is journalism and media. AI can already summarize news, write headlines, create short articles, and produce content at a massive scale. So yes, basic content production is under pressure. But journalism is not just about writing words on a screen. Real journalism is investigation. It is asking uncomfortable questions, it is building sources, it is going to the places where the story is actually happening. It is understanding people, emotion, context, and truth. AI can summarize information, but it cannot stand on the ground and report what is actually happening. So if you want to build a career in media, don't compete with AI on volume. Compete on depth. Build your voice, learn research, learn fact-checking, learn video storytelling, learn audience building, learn how to create trust. Because in media, trust is still the strongest currency. And that is something no tool can fake for long. Next is communications. A big part of communication work involves writing emails, press releases, internal updates, speeches, public messages, and brand statements. And yes, AI can now create first draft for many of these things. But communication is not just about clean writing, it's about timing, tone, context, emotion, judgment. Now, when a company is facing a crisis, when a leader has to make a sensitive announcement, when one wrong sentence can damage a brand, that is not just writing, that is strategy. So if you are from a communications background, ask yourself this: can I only write messages, or can I guide people on what should actually be said? Now that is the difference. The future of communications belong to people who can manage reputation, handle crisis communication, advise leaders, understand public reaction, and communicate with empathy. AI can help you write faster, but humans can still decide what should be said. Coming at number 5, we have paralegal and legal support. Legal AI is moving fast. Contract review, legal research, document drafting, case summaries, scanning large volumes of legal information. AI tools can now support all of this much faster than before. And this matters because these are the exact tasks many entry-level legal professionals used to spend hours doing. So yes, traditional legal support work is under pressure, but law itself is not disappearing. What still needs human is legal judgment, negotiation, courtroom strategy, client relationships, ethics, and understanding the small details that can change the direction of a case. So if you are in a legal studies or legal support, don't rely only on traditional research skills. Learn legal technology, compliance, documentation, data privacy, and how to use AI tools responsibly. The law is not disappearing, but the way people work in law is changing. And the people who adapt early will have the advantage. Now the next one surprises a lot of people: computer science. For years, coding was considered one of the safest career skills in the world. But today, AI coding tools can write code, explain programs, fix bugs, and even help create working prototypes from simple instructions. So let's be honest, basic coding alone is no longer enough. But does that mean computer science is losing value? Absolutely not. In fact, strong engineers are becoming even more valuable because companies don't just need people who can write code, they need people who can understand systems, design architecture, secure applications, work with cloud platforms, manage databases, think about scalability, and solve real problems. So if you're studying computer science, don't just memorize syntax, learn how software works in the real world. Learn problem solving, learn system design, cybersecurity, cloud, AI, because AI can help write code. But humans still need to decide what to build, why to build it, and how to make it reliable. And that is where real engineers stand out. Next one is accounting. Accounting is going through a major shift. Repetitive work like data entry, invoice matching, reconciliation, basic reports, transaction categorization can now be automated with AI and accounting software. So the old entry-level accounting grind is shrinking. But accounting is not just about entering numbers into a system. The real value is in understanding what those numbers mean. Tax planning, compliance decisions, audit judgment, financial advice, business planning, these still need human expertise. So if you're studying accounting, ask yourself this: am I only learning how to record numbers, or am I learning how to explain numbers? Because that is the future. Learn automation tools: Excel, financial analysis, taxation, compliance, data visualization, and AI-based accounting platforms. The accountant of the future will not just prepare numbers, they will help businesses make better decisions. Coming at number 8, we have finance. Finance is facing a similar shift. The classic junior finance role often involves pulling data, building models, preparing charts, tracking markets, and creating reports. AI can support a lot of this work now. So entry-level finance roles are becoming more competitive, but finance is still deeply human. Why? Because money is emotional. Clients want trust. Businesses want judgment. Investors want confidence. And decisions about money are rarely just about numbers. So if you're planning a career in finance, don't only depend on spreadsheets and formulas. Learn financial modeling, data analytics, market research, communication, risk management, and business storytelling. The finance professionals who will win are the ones who combine financial analysis with relationship building, negotiation, and judgment. AI can process numbers very quickly, but it cannot build trust across a table. Let's talk about graphic design now. And this is one of the clearest examples of AI disruption. Today, AI tools can create logos, posters, social media creatives, product mockups, and brand visuals in minutes. So if your value is only making basic designs quickly, that space is becoming very crowded. But great design is not just about output, it is about taste. It is about understanding the brand, the audience, the emotion, the message, and the purpose behind the visual. Anyone can generate a design now, but not everyone can decide whether that design actually works. And that is the difference. So if you're a designer, move beyond tool-based execution, learn creative direction, UI UX, branding, motion graphic, product design, and visual strategy. The future designer is not just someone who knows tools. The future designer is someone who understands people. Finally, at our list, we have English literature. For a long time, writing was seen as one of the safest skills to have. But today, AI can generate readable articles, summarizes emails, scripts, captions, and stories at a massive scale. That is the hard truth. But strong language skills are not dead. They just need a modern application. Storytelling, UX writing, content strategy, brand voice, editing, research, script writing, digital media, and communication strategy are still valuable. Literature teaches you how people think, feel, speak, and connect through language. But in today's world, you need to combine that skill with AI tools, digital platforms, business understanding, and audience strategy. So if you're from a literature or English background, don't think your degree has no value. It has value, but you need to apply it where the market is moving. The skill is still powerful, the use case has changed. So is AI killing college degrees? Not really, but AI is definitely killing the old belief that a degree alone is enough. And that is the main point of this video. A degree tells people what you studied, your skills show people what you can actually do. In today's job market, that difference matters more than ever. So if your degree was on the list, don't panic, upgrade. Learn AI tools, learn digital skills, build projects, understand your industry, improve your communication, and keep learning. Because the future does not belong only to people with degrees, and it does not belong only to people with tools. It belongs to people who can combine education skills, technology, and real-world problem solving. And that is exactly what Simplilearn helps learners do, with programs, certification, and skill-based learning designed for today's job market. So if you want to build future-ready skills in AI, data, technology, business, and digital careers, check out the courses linked in the description below. And before you go, comment your degree below. I want to know which field are you from, and do you think AI is helping your career or challenging it? And if this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe to Simplilearn's YouTube channel for more such videos and career technology and skills that actually matter. See you in the next one.